Casey Wilson, one of your co-hosts of the Do or Do Not podcast. And this is
Brad Erie.
And today we're doing a special episode for May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. And with you. I always thought it was a stupid, nerdy thing, but I've actually grown to like it. I like everybody's posts on social media, but May the 4th be with you today. So we're doing a themed podcast where we're only going to talk about Star Wars. So, Shocker. It's one of my, there's very few things in life that I'm really passionate about. And Star Wars is one of them. It's like one of the, like, I don't have any tattoos, but if I were to get a tattoo, it'd probably be a Star Wars tattoo.
Would the other one be Jennifer Connelly?
No.
All right. Star Wars.
If I was going to, choose a woman, that might be, or Leia when she was wearing the Jabba.
Very good job.
When I was a young man, I remember at the movie theater, I was like, I had feelings, and I was pretty young, and I was like, hey, I'm having some feelings looking at Leia sitting there. And
I still get feelings looking at Leia in place. Rest in peace.
I haven't watched Jedi in a while. I should probably go back and watch it. I've been focusing more on the books lately.
Nerd.
All right, so what we're going to do is Brad's going to start off and give us some memories of Star Wars, some of the things that make his memories special and what makes Star Wars special to him. He obviously isn't as big of a Star Wars fan as I am, but he has some memories too.
Star Wars was the first movie I've ever was taken to by my parents. I didn't know who was the good guys, who were the bad guys. I just thought the stormtroopers were the good guys because they looked cool. I mean, obviously.
Okay.
They were in white and weren't always the good guys in white. So I remember asking my parents all the time, why are they keep shooting and killing the good guys? And my parents were like, shut up, we're trying to watch this great movie.
That's a hell of a memory.
I've probably seen Star Wars 250 times. I try to watch at least every year.
The original?
The original New Hope. And so when I say Star Wars, I mean the New Hope. I don't mean all the other ones. I just watched
it recently again.
It's still,
but I've probably seen it 50 times. I don't think I've seen it 250 times.
At least 250
but see,
times.
I've read hundreds of hours of books.
That's true.
You have not.
I'm not really for reading.
So your parents told you to shut the hell up whenever you were watching?
I think they're like,
hey,
quiet kid, we couldn't get a babysitter.
Star Wars. There was a line to get in here.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I was probably 4 when it came out?
The original?
Yeah.
I was it 78?
77, I think.
77. So I was born in 73, so were you probably, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't go to the theater for the first two, but
yeah.
For me, my first real memory, because I watched them obviously, at home on video.
Did you ever forgive your parents for not taking you to the theater for the first one?
No, because I didn't know. Right. I was too young to know. But the first movie I ever went to with my dad, and I've said this before, was Jedi. He took me to Jedi. It was just me and him. He took me. It was awesome. I think the only other movie I'd ever seen was The Black Stallion Returns.
Yes.
Because we went to see E.T. and it was sold out, so my mom took us to see The Black Stallion Returns. We didn't go to a lot of movies. And so when I got to go see Jedi, because I was already set, I had the Star Wars bedspread, and the Luke action figure, and the Yoda one, and Boba Fett.
Action figure, people, not a doll. They're action figures.
They were action figures. They were plastic. They were not
lovable
like a doll. Yeah. So that was my first major memory. And I would have to say my favorite movie is obviously Empire because it has Yoda. So up on my wall, in the other room, here at the training studio, the greatest trainer of all time, the greatest fictional trainer of all time, Yoda. Do or do not.
Mr. Miyagi would like a word with you about that. Just saying. That's another podcast we're staying on. So definitely top 3.
So the reason we have the Do or Do Not podcast is because people say, well, I'll try to do it. And I'm always saying, you're either going to do it or do not. You're not going to try. You're going to put your best effort forward. You're either going to fail or succeed.
I had a lot of do nots.
You do have some do nots, no doubt about it. But Yoda training Luke on Dagobah.
Good one.
That's my favorite all time. Everything that happened has to do with Yoda. Was my favorite in Empire. I really liked the first Star Wars, but Empire was and it was dark too. Like the good guys didn't win. The good guys were
the stormtroopers
crap kicked out of them. So, and then Luke took one of these snow speeders or the whatever they call it. What is it called?
Come on,
Yep,
nerd.
snow speeder. Bam. I'm not a nerd, but I got that right.
Debatable.
But he took the snow speeder and then he shot the grappling hook
Yep.
up and went up and destroyed one. I mean,
Took out an at with a lightsaber.
You should know this if you read the books and the legends. Like I'm almost done with that series.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker was a badass. You go through legends, it is like holy crap, he is badass. But you're an amateur.
Nerd.
You're an amateur, so
I am.
But I would say that was my favorite part of any section of any. That's what made me like the super fan. How it really affected me. And then I saw Jedi, and I was just like, oh, Luke's a Jedi, you know. And
in the black suits.
And he was going to be killed over the Sarlacc, and he flips on. I was just like, oh. I was in. I was all in. Jedi closed the deal for me.
I was all in with Princess Leia in a slave outfit. That
sounds about right for you.
You know, but I mean, also you got Boba Fett, which was awesome. Like I remember seeing him and be like, oh my gosh, like I don't know who that mysterious guy is, but
the helmet you don't know.
Yeah,
you know? We didn't know anything about Mandalorians and stuff.
No. I'm sure they didn't either. They were just, hey, we need some other guy standing there. I have this good idea. Let's put on this helmet.
Well, and the whole thing is although Brad doesn't read books and is not, the universe that's been created by George Lucas and then expanded on by other, writers and, whatever visual effects people and all the crazy stuff they did creating the universe of Star Wars is probably why I like it so much. I love Star Trek, but are they having a whole day for Star Trek?
Do we have
be with you? Do they have
Star Trek
theme parks for Star Trek?
I can't even get you to watch Picard season 3.
I know, because it's not Star Wars, but I like it.
I mean, we don't even have Star Trek pictures.
No
stuff all around.
I have some stuff at home, but not like Star Wars is it, because he created this beautiful universe with all these characters, dialects, all these planets, the galaxy far, far away, and you create the vision in your mind, especially when you're reading books and you create these visions of these different worlds and these different people. And that's why it's so integral. And that's why it's one of the few things that I'm really passionate about throughout all of my life.
Which explains your hatred of Kathleen.
Because she fucked it all up. But we're going to be positive, dude. Okay. We're not going to talk about that witch.
All right.
So
we'll see.
So here's what we're going to do. Like, since I am a little bit more of a nerd than Brad, I'm not a nerd. There's people that know way more about Star Wars than me.
Yeah.
I mean, and I watch their videos and I sit there and I go, how did this guy spend that much time doing it? But now I'm sitting there going, oh, what is this and what is that? And then I go, I don't want to be caught off guard. So then I want to know what this stuff is. But there's guys that know way more than me and they can quote dates off their head and blah, blah, blah. But we're going to do a little trivia quiz with Brad. So I'm going to ask him 20 questions.
Oh my gosh. Okay. In my defense,
these are all no. These are all questions that I know the answer to.
I know, but
I won't give you any super hard ones that I didn't know the answer to.
Okay.
But I'm going to throw you some softballs to start off with.
All right. In my defense, I sleep with an autistic 7-year-old. He just turned 7. So I'm a little tired, but let's do it.
All right. You get one right, it's a do. You get one wrong, it's a do not.
If I get 4 out of 7, do I get like a burpee-free session tonight?
Let's see.
Do I get something?
I can promise you that. There's no burpees on the list for the group class tonight.
Do I get one get out of jail free card of one exercise tonight in group?
If you get 12 out, no, because some of these are softballs.
Come on, softball.
If you get 14 out of 20,
okay,
and I'm giving you some softballs that if you don't get them, I'll probably punch you.
Oh my gosh. It's all going to be video recorded, people. We're just listening to the podcast. There'll be proof.
14 out of 20.
I get one.
You get one non-burpee night.
Okay.
You can go, tonight I don't want to do burpees. And if I have burpees on the list, then I'll take them off for you. All right.
This is a lot of pressure. Like now I'm getting sweaty.
You should. All right. Let me throw you an easy one. Okay, the planet Kashyyyk is home to who?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, it's a softball, dude.
Softball, Kashyyyk. So I want to say the Kashyykians, but I don't think that's going to be right.
It's a character, one of the main characters from the start, from
Whoever Akbar was.
That's a Calamaran.
I don't know.
Chewbacca!
Come on!
Wookiees come from Kashyyyk!
I didn't know.
You watched the... Okay, you know when Yoda's on the planet with all the big trees? And
Yes.
he's with all the Wookiees? That's Kashyyyk.
And they live in the trees and they
Yes,
swing.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not a nerd,
That's
okay?
a do not.
I'm a geek.
Starting off bad. I thought that
I
was
know.
an easy one.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be a bloodbath.
All right.
Okay.
In Revenge of the Sith
All right.
and Attack of the Clones, what color is Yoda's lightsaber?
Green.
That is a do. Outstanding.
Yeah, baby.
The X-Wing fighter has how many engines?
Ooh. I'm going to say 4.
You got to do.
Yeah.
2 out of 3 so far. The Jedi Council consists of how many members?
9.
12. That's a
Dang.
do not.
That is a do not. Well, it's because they would not let my boy Anakin in because it should have
Thank
been 13.
God they didn't let him in.
Oh, all right.
What were Luke's aunt and uncle's jobs on Tatooine?
Weren't they like water farmers?
You got to say the right thing. I mean, it's a name.
Like hydro farm? I don't know the name. I'm not that. All I know is
Think about words that are variants off of water and liquid and condensation.
Okay, like a condensation farmer? Is
No,
farmer one of them?
I wouldn't. Farmer is one of them.
All right, so
But I wouldn't give you the actual word. I'm saying
like
I'm trying to trigger.
hydro.
You're on the right track.
I know, like they had like those little tube things that they are trying to get
What's
the
in
water.
Okay, I'm trying to give you this one.
Give it to me.
What is in the air like on a very wet day?
Humidity?
Well, it can't be.
Dew?
Keep going.
I don't know. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm letting you down.
Dun 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 dun. Moisture farmers. That's a don't. I gave you all the chances.
That's
right
a half.
there.
That's a half a do.
No, there's no halves. Moisture farmers. All right, here's an
All
easy one.
Okay.
Think about dialogue in the movies.
All right.
How many languages is C3PO fluent in? I'm not even fluent in English.
Yeah. A lot more than me. That's
I am fluent in over
64 million.
6 million. Dang, man.
I had
These are
6 right.
easy.
I get it confused with data. Okay.
That's hard. Okay.
You know when we do Star Trek, it's going to be reversed. Okay.
Here, I'm throwing this up to you right here because I want you because you're down.
Come on.
You're down.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
What color is Mace Windu's lightsaber?
Purple.
Thank God. That's one of the ones I would have punched you if you didn't get it right.
Yeah.
What species stole the plans to the Death Star?
Oh.
Spies like these
I
blanking
know.
spies.
I know this one. Oh my
I'm trying
gosh.
to help you, man.
I know. This was.
It starts with a B.
It's not going to help me.
Think of the species in Star Wars that start with a B. Oh yeah, you don't read the books, so you're
I don't
not,
read the
like,
books.
familiar with all the
No.
forms. But they do say it in the movie. You've seen 250 times.
Oh. I give up. I do not.
Many Bothan spies died to get us these plans.
That's right.
Bothan.
Man. When we do this reverse with Star Trek, I am
still
going
destroy
to
it.
mock you.
But remember, you have to know the answers.
That's
I'm
true.
skipping some hard ones.
I know you are, and that's what's sad. Yoda.
What does AT-AT stand for?
At least we agree that it's AT-AT, not AT-AT.
Yeah, it's an AT-AT.
I don't know.
Attack. Terrain armored transport. Good Lord, my man.
I know. What the audience doesn't know.
The podcast is named Do or Do Not Podcast.
What the audience
it's
doesn't
about
know
training, but it's also about stuff like Star Wars.
Is the amount of respect that Casey is losing. Like, he might be laughing it off.
The meter's going down. There's like a meter here. And it's going.
I
It
know.
looks like
I know.
it looks like the clock on the Santa Claus
see-
wore in the Santa Claus movies that his spirit kept going down.
I admit that I'm more of a geek when it comes to comics and
Stop making excuses.
Star Trek, comic books, that
Soft.
type of stuff.
You're
But
soft.
Star Wars. But this is even worse than I thought.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Who are the masters of the dark side that want to rule the galaxy?
The Sith.
Jesus. I'm glad you got that one right. Count Dooku is also known as
The Sith Lord.
what
He
is
was-
what is the name of that Sith Lord? I know he was a Sith Lord. They call okay, I'll give you this. They're called Darth.
I know. Darth Sidious.
That was the Palpatine.
See, I don't know. I don't know.
Think about the clone movies. And they go,
I know.
Darth Sidious, and there was Darth.
You know what's sad? I actually read stuff about it last night in preparation for this. Like I actually read just a little touch of like all the TV shows, where they were in the timeline, all of this stuff, and they had this big thing about the Count, and I'm like, yeah, I know him, but I forgot.
Count Dooku is also known as Darth Tyrannus.
See, I would never have guessed that.
Man, you were
I am proud that I came up with Sidious.
4 out of 11 right
I
now.
know. Well,
You're
looks like I'm doing burpees.
You know what? Tonight I think I'm adding burpees into the workout.
You should have said if you don't get 14 out of 20, you're getting extra burpees.
All right, here's an easy one. What is the name of Boba Fett's ship?
Oh,
You gotta know this one.
I don't remember such things.
The Mandalorian show has just been on.
I
And
know.
Boba Fett was
I
like
know.
the adjunct season of one of the
You know, I remember things like women. I'm not a geek. Okay, tell me. I don't know. That's a do not. I'm not even gonna.
Slave One.
Oh, that's right.
Good Lord.
That is right.
I gotta lower my expectations
I know.
on this.
And these are the easy
Holy
ones, people.
crap.
I wonder if my mom, since she's the only listener, is screaming.
Here's one that
at
I
the
didn't
phone.
get. Here's one I didn't get.
Okay.
What is the largest annual pod race in the world?
Well, clearly that's the one that Anakin won, right?
Yeah, but I didn't know the name of it.
I have no idea it had a name.
The Bunta Eve Classic.
Freaking
They do
Bunta.
say it in the movie. But...
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, here's an easy one.
All right.
When Leia first tells Han Solo that she loves him, what is his reply? You got to go back and watch the goddamn.
I
That should
know.
have flew out of your mouth.
It's like, I know.
Yep. I know.
You stick with the easy original.
I've done that to
trilogies.
girlfriends in the past. They're like, I
Yeah.
love you. And I go, I know.
That's why you're single, ladies.
Oh, here's an easy one.
Okay.
Peter Mayhew played the part of who in the original Star Wars trilogy?
Chewbacca, bro.
God, I'm throwing the easiest
You
ones
are
on
giving
here.
me so much easy ones, and I am so appreciative. Because I know some of the ones. What is the fourth type of lightsaber dueling? I wouldn't know that, but he would.
Ataru.
See?
Had to think. I don't remember them all sometimes.
Yeah.
Because there's actually 9. There's 7 forms, but 2 of them have 2 subsets in them, and I
Yeah.
don't always remember.
And you have the nerve to call yourself not a geek.
I'm not a
Okay, nerd.
All right, here's an easy one.
All right.
Where was Luke Skywalker originally headed to pick up power converters?
He was going to town.
Yeah.
He
And he
went
says
the
it
name of the
whining.
town.
Oh,
I was going out with my friends, Dad.
yeah, but where was he going?
I don't know. The converter
Good
store.
Lord.
Converters are us.
Toshi Station.
Radio Shack.
Good. You are. I don't know, man. I might have to find another host.
Let's talk about the X-Men.
All right. Let's
Okay.
see. I want to ask you that one because I didn't even know that one. Oh, all right. Here's one. And you can do deductive reasoning.
What's Luke's middle name?
No. Who's the only rebel pilot to survive all 3 movies in the original trilogy? Leader of the Rogue Squadron.
I like how you think this is easy.
Simple.
Is it the Asian gentleman?
Come on, man. Think about Star Wars characters that are pretty pivotal or well known, but they're not one of the main characters. In the book, like in the Rogue Squadron, he's huge, but he's also part of
I don't know.
Wedge Antilles.
I'm sorry, Wedge.
I'm sorry, everybody. I know that there's people that'll watch this in the future, and nobody's watching probably now.
Yeah.
But there's people that will watch this in the future going, that guy's a retard.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't use that word, huh? Because
Well,
now I'm
you
not
can't be
PC
canceled.
anymore.
Can't be canceled. if
Your,
my mom's the only one that
your
watches.
education in Star Wars is retarded.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty low. It's pretty low.
Oh my goodness. All right.
This is embarrassing.
Let's see. Yeah, 4 more to go.
So I'm what? 6 out of what? How many?
6 out of 16.
Okay. Well, I'm doing burpees, people. Okay.
All right, let's see. Let me give you an easy one. Oh, here, I'll give you this,
Okay.
but then I'll also tell you in Legends what happened
All right.
or what didn't happen. Who killed Han Solo?
His son,
What is his son's name?
Kylo
Last name?
Ren,
7.
or I like to call him Ben.
Do you know in the books,
Ben Solo.
which I'm reading the very last ones before I
Yeah.
guess Disney bought or they never
Yeah.
sanctioned anymore into the future, Han's perfectly alive.
Is he a jerk?
You know who dies?
Who?
Chewbacca by during the Yugosong Bong War.
Freaking books.
But no, Han got killed because Kathleen Kennedy's freaking. We are talking about her today.
Kathleen, you couldn't give me one
Hashtag
scene.
Kathleen Kennedy sucks.
I can't believe there's a working hashtag. Kathleen, you couldn't give me one scene.
Now there
with
was
the
100
cast all
of them. There
together?
was 100 of them, but now we got 2.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
All right, so you got that one right. So
that
you're
one.
at 7. I'm trying to find the easiest possible.
I know.
ones.
I know. What's Anakin's first name? Anakin. So yeah, I could get that
What
one
planet does Obi-Wan Kenobi travel to where he discovers the army of clones created by the Republic?
right. All I know, it's in a
Dude!
It's on the.
Did you watch The Bad Batch?
No. I'm too busy watching Picard season 3. Again. All I know is a water planet. Has lots of water.
You are correct.
Seems to rain a lot.
You are correct.
That's all I know.
Camino.
I would know that.
That's. Oh, let me ask you this. This isn't even on here.
Planet Akbar?
What is the planetary seat of the galaxy?
Like that all city planet?
Yeah. Where
Coruscant?
Thank fucking God.
That should count. Put that in there. That's a do. That's a do.
You have one more question.
I only know like 2 planets. Like you got Coruscant, Tatooine, Hoth.
Yavin 4,
See, I would know.
Dantooine.
Wouldn't know.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Who is Jango Fett's son?
Now you're trying to be all
Nice.
sneaky.
No, not
Boba.
Thank God. You got 9 out of 20. You didn't even get to 50%.
And that's with you being easy. All right.
I feel like on Game of Thrones, I want to go, shame!
I know.
Shame!
I'm willing to say that when we have group class tonight, this will be brought up in my shame.
Oh, it will. When
Will
they're all
be-
doing 100 burpees, they're
Yes.
going to be like, why are we doing 100 burpees? I'm like, because of Brad.
Yep. Ask Brad why we're doing burpees today.
Unbelievable. All right. I would ask you about what's going to happen in the future of Star Wars, but you don't even know the past.
I don't know the past. I just know what I need to know through the main movies. Okay. Now, I know this whole big thing. I know the Enterprise could take out a Star Destroyer. That's all I know.
No,
No doubt.
not a chance.
No doubt.
Not a chance.
They can't handle the photon torpedoes. All right, but we're sticking with Star Wars today because it's a very special day.
Well, then why do you keep bringing Star Trek up?
So
I do it to mock how much lower it is than Star. No, I like it, but how much lower it is than Star Wars.
I will agree with that. I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to kick Kathleen out, and then I think that they are going to bring back the Skywalkers because no one's really going to care about all these other things. That's why they're bringing back Rey. They're going to bring back, what's his name? Finn. Who's the stormtrooper? That's Finn, right? Finn, the black stormtrooper guy?
Yeah. John Boyega.
Yep. So they're going to keep on keeping on with the Star Wars.
I've seen nowhere they said they're bringing back Finn yet, though.
Oh, yeah, they will. Trust me. His career hasn't really taken off.
Well,
like Rey's.
You know who he's pissed at?
Kathleen? See?
Yep.
And
apparently they had a little they hashed out what had happened or whatever. But anyway, she's a complete cluster.
Yeah. So that's what I think is going to happen. They're going to go into they're going to continue the Skywalker saga with the next generation.
You know, Rey isn't really a Skywalker.
I know. She's a Skywalker wannabe. She's a Palpatine.
She's a Palpatine Kenobi.
Yeah. So, but I think they're going to focus on 3 more with her because I don't think they're going to move forward very much.
I think that the first movie will come out and it'll flop.
Okay.
But I don't know because Kathleen, here's the deal. Kathleen will have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So it could be good. I think the last.
I'm so proud of you for staying positive. I know it's so hard. All right, tell me what's going to happen. You read the books.
Well, I read the books, but
you read the sites.
I also watch, videos, and I'll read
so
stuff.
You have research. Your depth of knowledge is far vast. So let's hear it.
On this May the 4th be with you. I am excited after researching a little bit, and there's been some stuff released recently. It looks like good old Keanu Reeves is going to become part of the Old Republic trilogy.
Ooh.
Now, at first, he was rumored to be Darth Vitiate, which you probably don't even know who that is.
I have no idea.
Valkorian.
Darth's brother? No. Darth Vader's brother?
Like, he would be what in the Old Republic would be like Palpatine.
Yeah.
Okay. Except he lived many lives. He could transfer bodies, his essence into another body.
See, I'm in. This is why I keep you around. He thinks that I come here just to be worked out. I come here to get the 411 on the Star Wars.
Now they're saying that they're also negotiating with Keanu, and they're saying, hey, everybody, all the fans have been for a long time wanting him to be Revan, which is my personal favorite. Yeah. Out of every character or every Jedi, Luke Skywalker is 1A, is 1B. Yeah. Revan is 1A for me personally.
All right, tell me about Revan.
Because Revan was a Jedi.
Yeah.
Was an independent thinker.
Like Count Dooku?
Kind of like Count Dooku and Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
And decided to leave and go against the Jedi Council's wishes.
That son of a bitch.
And explore the other side of things and became a Sith.
Okay.
But Darth Revan's the one who beat the Mandalore on Mandalore.
Yeah.
And basically then wiped out most of the planet too.
Who was the most
won the war against the Mandalorians, which took a huge toll on the Mandalorians way back in the Old Republic era, which was about little less than 4,000 years before the Battle of Endor.
I hope that's a TV show. Do you think that they will?
In a movie. These are movies like Disney. Like Iger came back, and his whole focus is trying to get. They've been doing so many shows. He wants movies back in movie theaters, and so they're going to do a trilogy on the Old Republic, and Revan is going to be one of the main characters. Darth Vitiate.
Don't screw this up.
You'll have Malgus, I'm sure. Darth Malgus. You'll have a bunch of badass characters. If they don't screw that story up, which I don't think they will, they're trying to get the Batman writer director. Yeah. Matt Reeves.
Ooh.
And if they can get him, that will be I'll be super excited.
Take my money.
Take my money multiple times, I'm sure.
Now, who was the one that Luke Skywalker was the only one to defeat him? Like, wasn't there like a really strong like death spirit?
That's not a Jedi, that's Abeloth.
Yeah, totally.
That's the book series I'm reading right now, Fate of the Jedi.
Yeah.
So Abeloth is one, just because I've read up to find out exactly who she is. So there's the 3 main, there's a dark, a light, and then the father, which is more of the balance or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not super well versed on that part of it. It's not something, it's like almost like origin story,
Yeah.
like, type stuff, which there probably will touch on that a lot more in the Dawn of the Jedi, which is the other movie.
I'm excited for that one.
First 3 movies that are going to
Yeah.
be coming out, which I'm super excited about that one too.
Reasons to Stay Alive.
But they're apparently going to this September when they have whatever D Fan Fest or whatever, Disney Fan Fest or whatever it is. I don't know what they call it, Star Wars Celebration or something like that. Something along those lines. I don't know. I don't keep track of that stuff. I'm never going to one of those things. I mean, I love it, but like I don't want to go be around a bunch of people dressed up like Jedi.
You would dress up like a Jedi.
I have all the gear, but I would. Yeah. I only do it at Halloween. That's it.
Okay. All right.
One day a year, and I hardly ever do that. I haven't done that since my kids were little.
I know this is kind of digressing, which is what we do. But would you go to the resort where you have to dress up like either a Jedi or a Sith, and then it's like you're inside for 48 hours? What's it like, Star Cruiser Resort, where you go in there and they lock the doors and all the windows look like spaceport windows, and you have to totally get into it? Oh yeah, like you wouldn't go full in that. Like if we did a podcast from the Starship Resort, would you need to Google?
You mean people actually start watching this podcast and then we build a following?
Yeah.
And then they ask us, would you like, like we get up to
when Kathleen
followers.
Yeah, says, can I please be on your podcast? In the year 2046.
That would be a no.
Okay.
Like
no for Kathleen, but yes to do me and you.
I'm a kind, loving person who doesn't hate anyone except for Kathleen Kennedy.
And most Democrats. But then we digress even more. All right, so go back to your...
I don't hate Democrats. I hate socialists and communists.
You have light, dark, and in the middle, right?
Yeah, so she's like the form of darkness, and she was trapped on a planet in the Maw. You know what the Maw?
Yeah. I don't know the Maw, but I'm just going to roll with it.
But anyway, she was trapped, and there was this space station that kept, where were we at?
You got about 5 more minutes.
Oh, we're at 33? Yeah, we should shut down. But anyway... She is like not like a dark force. She's like basically she is the darkness.
Ooh.
And she's very hard. Like I don't even know if they can kill her. I haven't got to the end of it yet.
Yeah.
But she just now is. I don't want to get it. But anyway, she like Luke's trying to stop her in this book, and it's his grace battle. I know he does somehow stop her. I don't know if he contains her somehow.
Well, we know he doesn't die.
He has not died.
Yeah, because we see how he dies in the most pansy way possible. Thanks.
Right, here's what we're hoping,
Kathleen.
Here's what we're hoping, that they can somehow reverse that with like retcon it,
let's hope.
Somehow like go like they jump through the world between worlds and go to an alternate universe where Luke's alive. Kathleen. Screwing everything up. I'm telling you, when you have a blueprint of greatness and then you choose to go off on your own and sabotage that blueprint to greatness.
Well, when you have George on one side and you have John and all these other good people
over here you have a hack who doesn't have any talent whatsoever but can be a real bitch, so she's getting her way. Anyway, you're not supposed to do this.
Let's end on a high note. I know. All right. We should start putting a quarter in for every time we say her name.
Yeah, I'm super excited about the Old Republic movies, the 3 new movies they announced. Not as much about the Rey movie, but I think they could make it great. I'm not anti Daisy Ridley, but she thinks it's just a movie, so I don't know. She doesn't make me very happy. But when you come out and say it's just a movie, why are you all upset? It's the universe. It's why we have May the 4th. It's why we have in Disneyland parks they have the Star Wars area that makes the most amount of money. That's why they sell a gazillion lightsabers and people dress up like it.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a universe that we love, and sometimes we like to dip our toes in that universe. That's why I don't dress up, because I don't live in that universe. I'm not a Jedi.
What I do on
some of
Friday
these knuckleheads
nights
think they are, all the nerds. I'm a Jedi. I can move. Look, I can move stuff. No, you can't. You dummies. But I love the universe that was created, and I like to dip my toes in it for fun, for recreation. But we love this universe. We love what it is.
Pleasure.
When you say that it's just a movie, when you have people like Kathleen Kennedy who think it's just a movie, you know why we all love Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni and George Lucas?
You brought it back.
It's not just a movie to them.
That's right.
It is a galaxy far, far away.
My pronouns are Jedi.
I would say that I would try to be a gray Jedi
Yeah.
or a balance.
I mean, if you chose your life to be a good Jedi, you would be a good person.
But there's times where you just gotta let it loose and fuck
Yeah.
some people up,
Go to
and
the
then
dark
rein
side.
it back in.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to always be on the dark side. There could be balance.
We know when you're on the dark side is when you're making us do burpees
Well, you know,
and laugh.
ram burpees. That's what you're doing tonight. Everybody else is doing burpees. You're doing ram burpees. 55-pound ram burpees.
Oh, I think we need to close this down after that. He's just going to get worse.
All right, so may the 4th be with you. And I'm really happy that we can talk about Star Wars because I love talking about Star Wars. And I hope that a lot of people really get into watching the podcast and we start getting maybe some questions and comments. And we're able to like communicate with people that end up watching it in the future.
Other than my mom and maybe Matt.
But until then,
shout out.
May the Force be with you.